Okay, I'm going to introduce you our next speaker, which is Ahmad Shahidov, and he's a peace and human rights campaigner, and he's the chair of Azerbaijan Human Rights Organization, and he's come from Azerbaijan. Please welcome Ahmad Shahidov.
Thank you, Mr. Mehta. Thank you for organizing such important event today, because this very important topic to discuss peace and peace building in the world. If we look to the political map of the world, there are almost in all countries there are wars, conflicts, some fights against inside the countries, and almost all governments, all countries, except these 5 countries that Mr. Mehta underlined here, all countries, all political powers are defending the war, direct or indirect, by increasing the war budget, and they have very population, and they use this promotion, they use these populist ideas during the pre-election period. Unfortunately, these powers, these political powers are in power, in government, in state, and those people who are promoting the peace, we are less, we are very weak, but we should be more active, or we should create more solidarity between us, because peace is not internal issue of separate countries, separate governments. That's why, as a human rights defender, when we established our organization in 2014, Azerbaijan Institute for Democracy and Human Rights, we put our concrete goals and aims how to protect the human rights in Azerbaijan, and not only in Azerbaijan, in our region, in South Caucasus, in all world, and how to contribute for peace. You know, Azerbaijan has also some problem in the field of territorial integrity, and since 1988 we have lost 20% of our territory. We are in war with our neighbor Armenia, and since 1988 we have lost 20% of our territories, Nagorno-Karabakh and other surrounded areas, and we have more than 1 million refugees. As a human rights defender, when I get involved in protecting the rights of those people, I try to approach as representative of civil society, as human rights defender, not politician. And that's why I'm interested in humanitarian consequences of this conflict. And since those year 2014, I am protecting the rights of refugees, the rights of captives and hostages that Azerbaijan has, and as a peace builder, as peace activists, we promote peace between Azerbaijan and Armenia, but there is some concrete issue that we also demand from international community, from all countries, from UN members. As a permanent member of UN Security Council, UK has also some duties, responsibilities, because there are 4 resolutions of UN Security Council regarding the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. And I think all countries have to live in peace and prosperity, and as an activist we should promote peace in our daily activity, in our daily life, and all you are that gathered here to discuss the peace, it's also somehow the work to achieve the peace, because there are very contrary issues in the world. Some countries from one side they promote peace, from the another side they export new weapons, they sell new weapons. Also UK is also one of key countries in the world that promote peace in the world, but UK is one of the top countries that export weapons to another countries. And regarding our country, regarding Azerbaijan, who is in war, and very strange situation we have, because we have OEC Minsk group that is involved in getting peace in Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, and there are three chairmen of OEC Minsk group: US, France, and Russia. In fact, they are dealing to get peace between Armenia and Azerbaijan, and all these members are exporters weapons to Armenia and Azerbaijan. So very strange situation. For example, Azerbaijan is situated in South Caucasus between Iran and Russia. Russia is our neighbor, and official Kremlin expressed his so-called support for getting peace in Nagorno-Karabakh, and say that we support peace between Armenia and Azerbaijan, and we will support all initiatives between these countries. From the another side, Russia, one of the top exporters of weapons to Azerbaijan, and I don't know, maybe we should try the change of structure of international organization, or structure or approach to get peace in the world. Because Russia, I studied in Russia, in Moscow for 5 years. I defended my PhD on Russian language and literature. However, I'm very close to Russian internal and foreign policy. I think to keep the status quo in Nagorno-Karabakh is in national interest of Russia, because all these last 30 years, Russia gains a huge money from this conflict by selling weapons, new weapons to Azerbaijan and Armenia. And from the another point of view, Russia keeps its influence, control over the region. And we had some crashes on front line in 2016, and during these 3-4 days, April war, we call it April War, Russia invited the leaders, both Armenia and Azerbaijan, to Moscow for dialogue. And by this way, by this policy, Russia tries to keep under control these two countries, and not only these countries, in Moldova, in Georgia, in Ukraine, and in other countries, we have the same problem with territorial integrity, and all these conflicts are in the interest of Russia. So what should we do for getting peace? What's our role? As a human rights defender, I attend all events that I am invited all over the world about peace, and thanks to Mr. Mehta, I am attending all events in UK, in London, in Glasgow, today in Edinburgh. I think this is also somehow the work for promoting peace in the world. And by attending these kind of events, we know each other. And after returning to our countries, we will be in touch with you to exchange our views, thoughts, and we must, increase, strengthen our network, and by this way promote those politicians that support the peace in their country, and we have to reach those results that peace buildings, peace promoters, human rights defenders, the people like Mr. Mehta, like Mr. Hamilton, to have power, to come to power, that to implement those ideas that they express now. For example, Mr. Mehta, the author of a very important book, but we should to implement these ideas that he wrote, and we should support those politicians, those people who are for peace, and we should decrease the state budgets for wars and find ways how to have dialogue between conflicting sides, because wars are for me as a human rights defender are destroying the church, destroying the homes, mosques, killing of innocent people. Nobody from conflicting sides can benefit from wars. It's nonsense, and if we look to recent history, every year in any point of world there are wars, conflicts, and no one benefits from wars. So I wish you success, and thank you again for inviting me in this very important and valuable event. I think gradually, day by day, we will enlarge our network and increase our power, and to show the alternative to those powers that promote war, promote fighting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ahmad, for an inspiring presentation, and also when you are finishing, you finished on a very hopeful note. So thank you very much.